Greetings all. In anticipation of this week's exercises, which deal with masking in Photoshop, I've done a tutorial here on using select color to create a mask. Now I just wanted to remind you that this tutorial is related to the exercises 2.1, I think, and 2.2 they are, but it's not specifically isolating, say, an individual item in a photograph from its background using non-destructive editing. What I want to do is, using non-destructive editing, my objective is going to work some color in a believable way using a mask into these clouds. So it's a little different. Hopefully it'll be informative. I'll keep it short. By default, sometimes Photoshop, depending on what you've done in previous files, will open up a multitude of windows. And so to start, I think it's I've limited my number of windows open to 4, the ones that I would use more frequently. Now I've opened up this JPEG that I took a couple months ago, downloaded it from the camera, and you can see by default it's locked and it's visible. So what I want to do is I want to make a color adjustment selection. I want to select a certain color or value in the clouds, and I want to replace them with something that's slightly warmer. But I don't want to make any changes on the original image, which is what it looks like here. So I'll go up under Select, and then down here, see Color Range? It'll launch this dialog box. Now this is like looking at a negative, because whatever you see in white here is the color range that I want to change. That's pretty close. You'll see that you automatically switch into the eyedropper tool. Let me put it against the background here. So these pale gray, neutral gray areas of the clouds, I'm thinking I want to change to something warmer. But notice what happens on this dialog box as I sample using the eyedropper tool down. Different parts of the image get selected. Actually, the default wasn't that bad, was it? I think I want something in the highlights, a warm color in the highlights too. So fish around here. All right, I'll go with that. I'm going to accept the default for fuzziness. Just see how it looks for now. You can always change that. All right, so you'll see the marquee tool moving around these irregular shaped areas. It may look very crude to you, but it is feathered, some distance of 40 pixels, which you can't see. All right, so now I've selected the areas of the clouds or the sky that I want to make warmer, so yellow ochreish. Now I can go up under Layer and New Adjustment Layer. And the kind I think I'm going to use is probably Hue Saturation. That's where I'll be able to change it to something that is more yellow in cast. And so there we go. So I've got this layer. Now, right now, there's no difference between the base art, which is preserved, and this layer. Once I start to change, I want to slide it over here to yellow. Now it's making it fairly green. Isn't that interesting? So, ooh, that's better. And maybe I can, if I increase the saturation, watch what happens. Obviously that's way overt. But there's other things we can do to make it more subtle. All right, and then maybe lighten it up a little bit. Okay, that's still a little garish for my taste, but here's what we can do. We'll go back to our layer. You can change the opacity. So what I'm going to do is lower the opacity. I don't know if this is one of the techniques offered in the tutorials. I seem to think that they mention it, but it wasn't used very often. So there's opacity. So I've really knocked that yellow back. That's, I think, a subtler look. Here's here's what the image looks like with it, without it rather, and here's what it looks like with it. So there are ways of selecting parts of an image that are not hard edged. I just wanted to offer this as a way of doing that.